Welcome to Minneapolis High School Basketball here on 910KNA.com, as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8 in Minneapolis. Lady Lions come away with the victory tonight, and we're about 2 minutes away from the start of the boys' action as Dale Leach, Mike Perry, and myself, Scott Osherman, as we get ready for the boys' action, the game. And Dale, we went to Clifton-Clyde last year, and if I remember right, lost to them up there as well. The boys
actually, the boys won.
The boys won.
42 to 38.
I didn't hear you there.
The boys won by a score of 42 to 38. We did lose to them 2 years ago.
Okay.
Here at Minneapolis by a score of 51 to 49, 2 points. That's the only Clifton-Clyde win in the series. Minneapolis leads it 3-1.
3-1. They come in. They've got some size. Well, they've got one player that.
Right there, that's the size.
That's their size. Alex Batuzak, 6'9". 6'10". He's tall.
He's tall.
He's tall.
Remember watching them run track last year, Mike, in 2A regionals and 2A state? Half mile.
Yeah, I do.
He ran the mile?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't do bad either.
Now they are
16 steps every lap.
I think. Wow. I think
he is
they're 1A this year, though, are they?
Yes, they dropped to 1A.
They dropped to 1A. So Clifton-Clyde and Minneapolis Lions getting ready to do battle, and we'll get ready for the starting lineup here in Minneapolis in their home white. The Clifton-Clyde Eagles in the red. So as we get ready for the starting lineups, and I will get those here in just a second. But going down the side here, Minneapolis coming after a third-place victory in the Cardinal Midwinter Jam, and the Clifton-Clyde Eagles coming in. Mike, Dale, do you know what their record is?
They're about 500.
About 500.
I looked online at their Wichita KWCX website last night. They weren't complete, but they had about a 500 record.
So as we look down here, get the lineup here for the Clifton-Clyde Eagles. Starting out, 5'8" senior Chris Sight. For the Minneapolis Lions, number 3, 5'9" junior Casey Argenbright. For Clifton-Clyde, a 5'9" senior, 21, Braden Bloomfield. Another Bloomfield. His sister's got an inch of height, if that is his sister. She's taller than her brother.
Yeah, she's got 2 inches on him.
Siblings or cousins, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. Matching up Grayson George, number 15, 6'1" junior. For the Clifton-Clyde Eagles, number 23, Drew Deaver, a 5'9" senior for the Eagles. And for Minneapolis, number 23, Logan Weedle, 5'10" senior for the Minneapolis Lions. And for the Clifton-Clyde Eagles, 6'9" senior Alex Patuzak. Big boy. So, and for the Minneapolis Lions, for I believe junior, 6'3", number 33, Dylan Crossan. And as for the Clifton-Clyde Eagles, 6'1", junior Levi Cyphers. Got a waiting call on our phone here. So, and for Minneapolis, 6'3", senior Keegan McCulloch.
Oh, Cypher's got a full beard. He's kind of a hairy guy.
Yeah. Yeah, watching Clifton-Clyde warm up a little bit, they come in, they shoot the three, looks like pretty well, shooting from the outside. Now, we've had we've done fairly well against some teams with some bigger kids. We kind of struggled the other night against Hoisington, but it wasn't necessarily their 6'7" kid that burned us. It was their 6'3" outside forward. So,
it'll be interesting to see what Patuzak does tonight. He has not been a muscle kid the last couple of years that we've played, but he can't shoot the ball. We've been watching him warm up, so
And I was seeing him shoot with his left hand. I don't know if he's a true lefty or not, Dale.
He just shook with his right hand.
So
he's a lefty.
That's why I was thinking he was a lefty as well. As we get ready to go, Minneapolis in their home white, Eagles in their red. As ball is up, tip is up, and it will go to the Eagles. Sipe with the ball for the Eagles, guarded by Argenbright. And a steal right there in the hands of Keegan McCulloch. McCulloch spins in the lane up and good. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch as he gets the first points after the turnover. Nice job by Argenbright and McCulloch. Sipe with the ball at the top of the key. Gets it on the outside to Bloomfield. Bloomfield swings over to Sipes. Sipes looks down low. Keegan McCulloch
again.
gets the foul.
He settled down in the second half.
He did.
The girls game.
This is where I will struggle, guys, because now that I'm talking more, I will probably get in trouble this time. So, ball will go in after the foul on McCulloch in the hands of Petuzak. Kicks it on the outside to Bloomfield. Bloomfield back to Sipe. Sipe rolls the right-hand side, picks up his dribble back to Bloomfield. Bloomfield looks on the inside, goes back to Petuzak, back to Bloomfield. Gets his man up in the air. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Crossan up to Weedle. Minneapolis will bring him down to set it up. Weedle back to McCulloch. Swing pass over to Grayson. Grayson, and he loses it. Steal by Bloomfield. Good move by Bloomfield. And the bucket is up and good. Bloomfield with some quick hands on the outside after the turnover. Tied up at 2. Weedle from the free throw line up and good. Nice shot by Logan as he rolls around the outside. Logan with a nice shot there. 4-2 Lions with the lead. Sipe on the outside. And nearly loses it. Gets it back to Bloomfield. Bloomfield back to Petuzak. Petuzak guarded by McCulloch. Back to Bloomfield. Gets it back over to Sipe. Sipe into Petuzak. Shot up and good. Off the glass.
They get it down low, it's going to be money.
Yeah, and he's very smooth down low as well.
Yeah.
Grayson George on the outside into McCulloch. Back to Grayson. Grayson off the glass and good. Nice pass, nice shot by Grayson. Puts it off high off the glass. 6-4 Lions with the lead.
Right over the top of the big guy. Nice kiss off the glass by Grayson George. Nice shot.
Bloomfield on the outside. Back to the top of the key in the hands of Deaver. Deaver back to Sipe, and he's going to dribble it out of bounds. Turnover back to Lions. Really, that's only the first time Deaver's touched the ball. Cypher's yet to touch the ball. They run really in a three-person rotation there. Minneapolis with the ball. Argenbright to set it up. Crosses the timeline, gets it back to McCulloch. McCulloch back to Grayson. Grayson off the glass, no good. And it'll be out of bounds. Off of red, stay with Minneapolis. Tried the same give and go, this time couldn't finish it. Grayson inbounds, gets it, tries to get it to McCulloch, turns the ball over, back to Sipe. Sipe will set it up for the Eagles. Gets it up down low. Off the mark, rebounded by Dylan Crossan. Dylan up to Argenbright. Argenbright crosses the timeline. Good rebound by Dylan Crossan. Back to Argenbright. Looks at the side for the play. Grayson on the outside. And the turnover into the hands of Petuzak as Grayson dribbled into traffic. Bloomfield with the ball on the outside. Gets the screen at the top. Picks up his dribble back. Nearly, yeah. Grayson is going to be whistled for the foul as he tries to get the steal off of Deaver. First personal foul by Grayson, second team foul. Checking in will be number 5 for the Minneapolis, John Michael Darrow. Bloomfield on the outside, guarded by Weedle. Bloomfield will drive all the way down, picks up his dribble, looks down low to Petuzak. Nice job by Minneapolis. Oh, wow. Cyphers gets the backside wide open. He'll put it in for the bucket, and he's fouled. But they did a nice job of doubling down on Patuzak. Got the partial block, but then Cyphers comes up with it.
Got to watch the double team, especially when you got a guy on the backside that can get to the glass like Cyphers, and he killed us there. He'll get the and one.
Misses the shot. Oh, nobody boxed him out, and he gets the rebound. Wow.
That Argenbright is coming out real quick. You've got to take the shooter, and no one did there.
Yeah. I bet you're exactly right. There should be a turnover right there. No call. Gets it back on the outside to Evers. Back to Sipe. Sipe, that's to the inside. Oh, good position by, great job by Patuzak. And he gets the bucket, but great job by Keegan McCulloch with the initial block, and then Patuzak puts it back in. 33, Dylan Crossan with the foul. Patuzak at the line for an and one here.
Nice recognition by Dylan to get in there and get after Patuzak. McCulloch cannot afford another foul.
Argenbright on the outside, gets the ball out to Weedle. Weedle into McCulloch. On the free throw line, off the mark. Rebounded by Deaver into the hands of Sipe. 9-6, Clifton-Clyde with the lead. Puts it back to Bloomfield. Bloomfield guarded by Weedle. Bloomfield picks up his dribble, swing pass over to Cyphers. Cyphers shot up and off the mark, rebounded by Darrow. Darrow bring it down to set it up, back to McCulloch, back to Weedle. Weedle into Crossan, and he'll be fouled. Nice job by Crossan to take it right into Bloomfield. And there, not Bloomfield, but Patuzak should be on, I believe, on Patuzak. Oh, wow. Sipe called with the foul. Only their first team foul. Dylan will go to the line for two. First shot is up and rolls in. Alex Schoffel checking in, as well as Grayson George and Tyrell Owens for the Lions. Weedle, McCulloch, and Argenbright sit down. Second shot coming by Dylan is good. Boy, he used every bit of that rim, didn't he, Mike?
That one hung on and did fall through. Got them both. 9-8, Clifton-Clyde by one.
Steven Steyer, 5'9" senior, checks in for Clifton-Clyde. Sipe with the ball, guarded by Owens. And wow, just go down low and buried into Patuzak, and
they can throw it over the top. And 6'9" and long arms is right there. Has a nice touch on the low block. He uses that glass, and his bank shots are deadly and close.
Into Crossan. Crossan back to Grayson. Grayson back to Darrow for three, off the mark. A little bit outside, a little deep, I should say.
His range.
Ball goes back into
step in.
Steyer. Steyer guarded by Grayson. Wow, how in the world is that? That is not, you got to be kidding me. They count the basket. 33, Dylan Crossan called with it. They count the bucket and give him one.
13-8 the score in favor of the Eagles of Clifton-Clyde.
Wow. Second personal foul by Dylan. Charlie Lynn will come in as Patuzak at the line for and one here. And he makes it.
10 points here in the first quarter by the big guy. Fast improvement over last year, huh, Dale?
Yes.
Big guy can play.
Rebound off the miss
that shot
into the hands of Steyer for the Eagles. Steyer on the outside, picks up his dribble. They look down low. They get it back to Deaver. Deaver back to Steyer. Steyer drives. Back to Patuzak. Back on the outside. Oh, Three-point shot by Sipe, off the mark, rebounded by Yoxel. Nice job by Andrew Yoxel, back to Weedle. Yoxel back to Darrow. Nice pass and loaded Yoxel. And they're called the foul on Charlie Lynn. Charlie gets called with the foul. You guys can say something because
Charlie's in there for one reason.
Put a little body on Patuzak. So, 6th team foul by Minneapolis, Mike. 14-8, Eagles with the lead. Ball goes back in the hands of first time in Jason Barnes for the Eagles. Grayson George tried to save it. Goes out of bounds. It'll be the Eagles' ball.
Well, they're doubling down on Patuzak when he gets it down the low block, but the guy is 6'9", and all he has to do is lean a little bit towards the basket, and he can get it there.
Sipe with the air ball into the hands of Grayson George. Owens back on the outside, back to Darrow. Darrow, their guarding is tight on the outside. Nice job by Darrow to take it on the right side with the running layup. Puts it up high, but off the glass makes it 14-10. 48 seconds left. Sipe with the ball for the Eagles. So back in the hands of Barnes. Barnes back to Steyer. Steyer kicks on the outside. Another shot by Sipe. Off the mark, and they call a foul on Yoxel, I bet. Told you. That is Yoxel's first foul. Shoup is trying to get an answer for it because so checking in will be number 13. Not Cade something.
Coach is telling the ref a few things there.
That was off the mark, rebounded by the Eagles. Minneapolis not boxing out very well right now, guys. There we go. Foul called on Sipe as, didn't see, was that Owens on the defensive side?
Yeah, that's his second foul.
Yes, Owens was the recipient of that foul.
26 seconds left. Darrow on the outside. We'll set it up. 14-10. Back to Grayson George. Grayson back to Owens. Owens. Oh, wow. Stepped out of bounds. Thank you. So, Minneapolis gets...
That's a quick timeout.
No, it wasn't a timeout. No, he stepped out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
I'm stepping out of bounds. So, Minneapolis gets McCulloch, Weedle, and Argenbright back in. So, Grayson George and Charlie Lynn stay in. 12.9 seconds left. Grayson to inbounds. Gets it to Argenbright. 10 seconds. Minneapolis will set it up to shoot. Three ball up and off the mark. Deep, but no good. And Grayson gets the steal, but it's not, doesn't have enough time to get a ball up. So at the end of one, Clifton-Clyde with the lead, 14-10. We will take a break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
C&R Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. C&R Plating, a Lions sports backer.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. The Scott Osherman Agency is the place to go. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for over 80 years. Call the Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. Logan Weedle on the outside gets it back to Grayson George to start the second quarter. Grayson from the three-point range. Shot is up and good. Nice job by Grayson as he gets his first look from the outside and drains it 14-13. On the outside goes in the hands of Deaver. Deaver sets it up and nearly stolen. It is stolen. Picked up by Ardenbach. Then got back by Deaver. Brings it the other way is Bloomfield. Bloomfield back to Deaver. Deaver back on the outside goes to Steyer. Steyer back to Petuzak. Petuzak up top. Oh, nice pass down low. Off the mark, puts it up and good though. Is Petuzak is all he has to do is stand there and get the rebound, puts it back in. McCulloch back to Weedle. Back to Grayson. Grayson on the outside, back to McCulloch. McCulloch to Charlie Lynn, shot up and good. Nice job, Charlie Lynn. Great pass by Keegan McCulloch. Charlie about walked with it, but he did get it up and good.
He did walk with it.
I said about. First foul on Levi Cyphers, 6'1" junior. Lynn for the N1, and he makes it. Nice job by the senior Charlie Lynn to tie this up at 16. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Charlie Lynn tried to get a hand in there. They get him for the foul. Actually, no. They just knock it out of bounds. So, thought they were going to call Charlie a foul there.
It sure looked like it, didn't it?
So,
That's what Charlie thought. They called him.
the official warns Charlie for getting a little excited. So, we will take a break with them. Tied up at 16. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as EQ Communication Channel 8.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex Salina, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars, new GMC trucks and SUVs. Serving their customers since 1957, Bennett Autoplex Salina.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. Ball is inbounded to Bloomfield for the Eagles. Bloomfield rolls around, picks up his dribble. Nice job by three-point shot up and good by number 22, Steven Steyer, as all go back the other direction. 19-16, Logan Weedle on the outside. Back to Grayson. Grayson down low, stolen by Petuzak after they tried to go down low to Charlie Lynn.
Well, he's got long arms. Reached right in there, and now we swipe it right back.
And out of bounds off of Steyer. Steyer pretty quick. As
real quick
down and nearly gets the ball away from the Lions. McCulloch back to Weedle. Weedle back to McCulloch. Grayson George on the outside. Back to Weedle. Ball on the outside, top the key to McCulloch. Back to Grayson. Grayson shot up and off the mark. Foul's on the floor. Foul called on number 21, Bloomfield. His first personal foul. Minneapolis inbounds it. Fourth team foul for the Eagles. Grayson inbounds. Back to Weedle. Three-point shot is up and off. Oh, wow. Makes it in and he smiles all the way. Nice shot by Logan as he banks it in. I think I heard a bank. Did you hear a bank?
It counted.
Ball goes back on the outside to Steyer. Tied up at 19 here. Steyer on the outside, looks down low to Petuzak. Ball goes back in the hands of Cyphers. Cyphers back to Steyer, back to Bloomfield. Bloomfield nearly has pocket picked by Weedle. Cyphers on the outside, back to Bloomfield. Look down low, have nothing. Trying to look for Petuzak. And it's stolen by McCulloch. Oh, who was cutting up on the left-hand side, and nobody, as we turn the ball right back over as Logan Weedle gets the steal and throws an errant pass. Bloomfield with the ball. Minneapolis done a pretty good job on that trap defense to pick up the loose ball. Ball goes back on the outside, shot up and off the mark. Rebound by by Argenbright. Casey brings it down. Back to Weedle for three. Off the mark. Rebound by Petuzak. Oh, nice job by McCulloch. And he puts it in. Great job, Keegan McCulloch, as he gets the reverse layup of the big guy. Nice job by McCulloch right there. Lions with the 2-point lead.
Dale was just commenting on how high the big guy went up for that rebound. And McCulloch just picked his pocket. The reverse layup kept the big guy from blocking his shot.
Second foul by Charlie Lynn. Great minutes by Charlie right there. Charlie plays such a physical ball game down low, and he gets his second foul, and he'll sit down. Yoxel checks in. How many's Yoxel got? Just one? Does he have any fouls?
One.
At the line will be Steven Steyer, 5'9" senior. Shot is up and off the mark, and Steyer gets his own rebound, kicks it up to Cyphers, ball up and good, and they're going to call a foul. So
under the basket.
Red ball. Oh, wow. Andrew Yoxel called for the foul.
Argenbright threw an elbow.
And the bucket counted.
Yeah, the foul was under the basket.
So
we should be shooting free throws, yeah.
Wow.
Just your run-of-the-mill 4-point play.
That wasn't.
Oh, it's after the shot, so it's an and one here. It shouldn't be a 1-and-1.
No, it's a 1-and-1, guys. It's not an and one. It's a 1-and-1.
He's the same guy that made the basket, though.
Well, he misses it. So that's what I mean. They put it on the wrong person. They put it on the wrong person because
he's the one that shot.
He's the one that shot and made it.
Basket.
Yeah,
right. They put the wrong guy.
They got the wrong guy at the line.
Yeah,
so.
I'll agree with that.
His second foul called on Cyphers. 15 foul, tied up at 21. Grayson George on the outside, back to McCulloch. McCulloch takes his man down, gets it back to Argenbright. Casey gets it swatted away. Logan comes up with it. Back to Argenbright. Argenbright to set it up. Back to Grayson, down to McCulloch. Shot up and good by Grayson George in the lane. It's not really fair when 6'10" swats 5'9".
Shot away, at the top of the key.
So Bloomfield with the ball, picks up his dribble, back on the outside, 3-point shot, off the mark, rebounded by Grayson George, back to Logan Weedle. Logan sets it back up to Argenbright. 3:30, 23-21 left in the first half. Lions with the lead. Back to McCulloch at the top. Back to Grayson. Grayson into Yoxel. Yoxel gets his man up. Can't get it up. Gets it back to Grayson for three. Off the mark. Grayson had an open look there on the left-hand side. Couldn't finish it.
I was glad Alex didn't try to put it up there. He had 6'9" all over him.
On the Cyphers. Cyphers with a nice move. Oh, nice job, Keegan McCulloch, as Keegan swats it out. Great job by McCulloch. Checking in is Sype as he checks in for number 23, Deaver.
Got Michael back in as Logan gets a little breather.
Sorry, I didn't see that. Good call. Bloomfield on the outside, guarded by Darrow. Bloomfield holds the right-hand side. picks up his dribble, swing pass on the outside, back to, that should be out of bounds. Saved by Grayson George.
Nice defense by Alex Yoxel there.
Great hands by McCulloch to save that one. Yoxel on the inside, and he finishes it. Great pass by Keegan McCulloch. And Andrew Yoxel cutting through the middle.
Caught him right in stride, and it was just a layup from there.
Nice finish by Andrew. And he palms it, turns it over. And that will be a turnover back to the Lions.
The Lions now with a 4-point lead, 25-21. 2:17 to go in the half.
Grayson,
big turnover right there, Scott.
Yeah, that was. Grayson inbounds it to Casey. Bring it down and set up for the Lions. Casey back to Grayson, into McCulloch. Keegan takes it in and off the glass. Wow, that's taking it to the big guy. Keegan McCulloch, nice quick spin move to the right-hand side as he takes it from the high post, takes it all the way down.
The guy was just too slow to get there. Pazuzak just could not get there to stop McCulloch. Right off the glass and in. Nice move by Keegan.
Nice job by Keegan. We'll take a quick break here. 27-21 Lions with the lead. 2:03 left to go in the first half.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you will encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. Eagles will have the ball here. 27-21. Lions with the lead here. 2:03 left to go in the first half. Eagles will inbounds. Sipe with the ball. Argenby with the defense. Sipe picks up, goes immediately down low to the big guy. That's what they called a timeout for, was to get it down low to Tuzak.
Right over the top. The big guy's there. He's got long arms.
Yeah, he does.
Pretty good hands, too, for big guy.
Grayson for three at the top of the key, and it's good. Nice job, Grayson, as he hits a three in stride from the top of the key.
Downtown. Long three-pointer.
Ball goes back to Sipe at the top of the key. Sipe looks down low to Tuzak. Swing pass in. Nearly stolen. Good hustle by Grayson. Can't come away with it, but had a great jump up there to get a hand on.
Boy, when that Cyphers comes up to throw a pick, those guys, it takes two guys to run around him. He's pretty good size.
Yeah, he is.
Wide body.
Shot up and no good. Rebounded by Darrow as Sipe misses on the outside. Darrow, great pass in low, and Yoxel has it blocked, but he's fouled. Great pass by John Michael there, Mike.
Pass. Bloomfield with his second personal foul.
Yoxel will go to the line for two shots here. Second personal foul on Bloomfield. First shot is up and off the mark. Off the back of the rim. 30-23, minute 8 left to go in the first half. Yoxel will try to get one of two here. The second throw coming. And he makes it. Nice job, Andrew Yoxel. As ball will go in the other direction in the hands of Bloomfield. Bloomfield double team, picks it up, goes back to top of the key. And there's going to be a foul called, should go to the line. Called on Grayson George. His second personal foul on Grayson. Logan Weedle will check in.
55 seconds remaining in the half. 31-23 Minneapolis.
Steyer at the line for two. Shot is up and off the mark.
Not a very good shot from Steyer. He just does not have a good release. It's more of a shot put. I noticed it earlier with a long shot from the outside. He just does not have a good shot.
Second shot coming by the senior. Second shot on its way, and it's off the mark. Great rebound by Yoxel. Gets it from McCulloch. Back to Argenbright to bring it down. 50 seconds left here in the first half. McCulloch on the outside, back to Weedle. Weedle back to Darrow. Darrow to Argenbright as they're playing him tight, not letting them post up. Minneapolis wants to run a little clock, and they're really not letting them. Yoxel on the outside.
Cypher's a little gun shy out there guarding McCulloch too close. McCulloch with that first step, it's quick. Left him in the dust twice already.
22 to 18 seconds. Gets it back to Darrow. 13 seconds. Back to Argenbright. 10 seconds now is the play call. Minneapolis to Logan Weedle for three, and it's off the mark. Yoxel with the rebound back to Argenbright. Shot is up, and it is going to fall. No! Nice try by Argenbright. Can't finish it. Great rebound by Yoxel down low.
Great rebound.
Minneapolis outscores them in the second quarter. 31-23 is the lead. Minneapolis has a lead. We'll take a break and have some stats. We'll be back in a minute. 31-23, Lions with the lead. You're listening to 910 KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Back to Minneapolis, Kansas, as Minneapolis Lions 31-23 over the Clifton-Clyde Eagles. A great second quarter by the Lions, Mike.
Great second quarter. Clifton-Clyde held to 9 points in the quarter. Minneapolis with 21. Let me give you some point totals here real quick before we start the second half for Clifton-Clyde. Bloomfield had 2. Steyer had 3. Cyphers down low. He's a big body. Had 4. And Petuzak with 14. So just 4 players scoring for Clifton-Clyde. For Minneapolis, John Darrow Jr. with 2. Andrew Yoxel with 3. Logan Weedle with 5, with 1 3-pointer. Crossan 2 points from the free throw line. McCulloch with some nifty moves and some quick steps to the basket with 6 points. Owens played but did not score. Charlie Lynn with good minutes for Coach Shoup in the first half ends up with 3, and to lead Minneapolis in scoring, not all scoring because Suzak had 14. Grayson George with 10 points with 2 threes.
Nice job by Minneapolis, especially in the second half, adjusting and adapting to a little change in play. So Clifton-Clyde is, you said Petuzak had 14. Only 4 players in their scorebook. Steyer and 3, and let's see, who'd you say? Cyphers with 4. But yeah, a great job by Minneapolis, especially making some adjustments there. And the Petuzak had a great first quarter with 10 points, and then Minneapolis did a little bit better job. And I felt like Clifton-Clyde kind of veered away from trying to get the ball down low the post.
I think Minneapolis kind of rode him out of the play, but you're right. They went away from him a little bit more. I don't think he could get that lower position. We were double downing on him. He was had 2 guys in front of him at all times, and you noticed they threw over the top a couple of times just to get the ball to him.
Yeah, where they ran, called a timeout after Minneapolis went on a little bit of run. They immediately run 1 play in and go over the top once again down low. Minneapolis, second half, what are they going to have to do, Mike?
Well, Minneapolis is going to have to keep track of the 6'9" post. That Petuzak can score a lot of points, and we're going to have to keep him out of the low block. But for the most part, I haven't seen too many outside shooters for the Clifton-Clyde bunch, but Minneapolis, if we can hit our outside shots, I think we'll be just fine here in the second half.
Yeah.
Just making those nifty passes underneath the basket.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we've had some great assists, great passes down low. Great comment, Dale. They've done a very nice job with that. So, looks like starting lineup is the same for the Eagles and the Lions as we start the second half. And Bloomfield with the ball at the top of the key. Right to the right-hand side, gets it back to Sipe. Sipe back on the outside to Deaver. Deaver back to Cyphers. Cyphers back to Bloomfield. Bloomfield rolls around the outside. Back to Sipe. Sipe on the outside. Gets the ball on the outside. They go down low. And good hustle by Minneapolis. Dylan Crossan and Keith McCulloch. He goes off of the lines. It'll stay with the Eagles. They try to go down low to Cyphers. Cyphers back on the outside. Minneapolis doing a great job seeing the 6'9" cut in and getting a double team on him. So Bloomfield on the outside. Gets it back to Deaver. Deaver guarded by Grayson. Gets it back over to Sipe. Sipe back to Deaver. Deaver back to Bloomfield.
I can't believe they're running clock.
Yeah, I know. And they've ran quite a bit of it. Grayson George with a nice steal right there. And there's a foul right there. Great job by Grayson. He was fouled twice before they finally called it.
Nice steal by Grayson, and he gets all the way to the rack, and the foul is called. He'll get 2 shots.
Drew Deaver, his first personal foul. Grayson will go to the line for 2 here. First one is good. 32-23. Number 22, Steven Steyer checks in for Deaver. Second shot coming for Grayson is up and good as he makes them both. And three-point shot is up and good by Sipe as he drains one from the outside. As he was kind of cold in the first half, but he
uncontested.
Crossing in the lane, up and good. Nice job, Dylan Crossan. Great job by Minneapolis to break the press and to finish. Sipe on the outside. Double team, picks up his dribble, gets it back to Steyer. Steyer back to Sipe. Sipe looks down low to Tuzak. Sipe drives, gets it back over. Three-point shot is up and off the mark. Rebounded by Cyphers, though. Gets it back. Another three-point shot by Bloomfield, and it's off the mark. Rebounded by Weedle. Back to Argenbright. Casey will bring it down for the line. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. 35-26. McCulloch on the outside. Top of the key. Back to Logan. Three-point shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Steyer. We'll go back to the Eagles. Sipe. Sipe will bring it down to set it up. Backs into Argenbright, pulls it back out, gets it down low to Tuzak. Tuzak gets it back over on the outside to Steyer. Steyer kicks it back, three-point shot by Sipe. You said they didn't have an outside shooter. Sipe has hit 2 of them.
You got to guard him.
And the turnover right there. 35-29, Minneapolis up by 6. On the outside to Steyer, back to Sipe. Sipe picks up his dribble, back in the hands of Steyer. Bloomfield. Bloomfield on the outside. They look down low. It should be off of red. It'll stay with Minneapolis. Darrell will check in for Argenbright. Interesting, guys. All seniors that have played for Clifton-Clyde, except for 2 juniors. So the coach for Steve George complaining, arguing that they had called red ball. Minneapolis will have it.
Oh, it did go off Cypher's chest. Minneapolis did tip it in there, but it did go off Clifton-Clyde player's chest. So I think it's a good call.
Three-point shot off the mark for Logan Weedle. Come back the other direction in the hands of Sipe. Sipe. Oh, wow.
He had his left hand on the ball.
He did a great job. Great jumping ability by Darrow right there, Dale. You notice that from our perspective. He got up there.
Yes, he did.
He got up there. Fouls on Darrow at the line will be Chris Sipe. He's been hot in the second half with 6 points. First shot is up and off the front of the rim. Second shot coming by the senior. Second shot is on its way, and he makes it. 35-30. Have we scored? Yeah, we scored in the second half, haven't we? Inside, nice pass by McCulloch to Weedle as he's cutting. Logan did a great job of holding back and just getting the easy jump shot in the lane. 37-30.
That was a nice head and shoulder fake by Logan to get his player up off the floor. And Clifton-Clyde wants a timeout.
Timeout called by Clifton-Clyde. And, I mean, he is upset. He's talking to his players. They call a full timeout. We will go ahead and take one with them. 37-30, 4:14 left here in the first half, in the third quarter.
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
C&R Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. C&R Plating, a Lions sports backer.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Eagles will have the ball here to inbounds. Sipe will inbounds. Yoxel checks in for the Lions. So back on the outside to Cyphers. Cyphers guarded by McCulloch. Back to the top, goes to Bloomfield. Bloomfield on the right-hand side. Goes down low. Great job by McCulloch to front his man. Knocks it out of bounds. It will stay with the Eagles. Siped inbounds. Gets it into Patuzak. Guarded by Yoxel. Yoxel. Top goes to Sipe for three. Off the mark, rebounded by Grayson George. Finally, he missed as Grayson brings it down the other direction. Back to Darrow. Darrow will take a deep three. It's off. Minneapolis with the outside miss. Goal goes back in the hands of Sipe. Back to Bloomfield. Bloomfield gets it back to Patuzak. Swing pass over to Sipe. Sipe goes down low and should be off for Minneapolis. So it'll stay with the Eagles. 37-30, 3:32. Argenbright getting ready to check in.
You know, I like to see us go a little bit deeper into the possession before we jack one up, but usually we can get a little bit better look, a little closer to that three-point line. I think our percentage shooting goes up quite a bit when we get just a little closer to that three-point line.
Bloomfield on the outside, guarded by Argenbright as he checks in for Darrow. Cyphers to the outside, back to Bloomfield. Bloomfield. Shot up and good by Bloomfield as he hits a little runner on the outside. Argenbright to bring it down and set it up. Oh, wow. Back to McCulloch. Back to Argenbright, gets it across the timeline, back to Grayson George. And wow, Tuzak with some long arms and has just been able to get his hand in there and get some, knock the ball loose numerous
teams
times.
have extended the defense. Clifton-Clyde way out on the floor with the tip out of the passing lane there for the turnover.
Another turnover by Minneapolis. 37-32, Lions with two consecutive turnovers down the floor. Ball goes Bloomfield back to Patuzak in the corner to Deaver. Deaver guarded by Grayson, back to Sipe. Sipe guarded by Owens. And that's going to be a turnover the other direction.
He can't jump quite that high.
So Minneapolis is going to call a 30-second timeout to talk about this one. Get a little handle on the ball control. Minneapolis leads 37-32. So far, the Eagles outscoring the Lions here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. The Scott Osherman Agency is the place to go. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for over 80 years. Call the Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
Welcome back.
Lions will have the ball here as McCulloch will inbounds to Argenbright. Minneapolis try to settle it down a little bit and see what they can do with the ball. Casey back to McCulloch. There should be a foul That is foul called on Tuzak. Just his first foul. Wow.
Oh, I thought he had one in the first half.
So McCulloch inbounds. Gets it to Argenbright. Casey up to Grayson. Grayson back to Argenbright. Defense, like you said, is really spread out here, and another turnover by Minneapolis, and that's going to be resulting in some points there. And Clifton-Clyde has cut it within 3. Minneapolis not being very good with the ball right now, as the Eagles have really spread the ball, spread the defense, and Minneapolis not knowing how to handle it.
You recognize the 2-2-1 zone trap?
And Minneapolis misses a bunny underneath. 37 to 34, and there's going to be a foul on Yoxel, I believe, or McCulloch. Nope. Yep, Yoxel. Andrew will check out his second foul. Charlie Lynn will check in. 2 minutes by Andrew. Sipe with the ball, gets it down low to Cyphers. Good hustle by Grayson George. That should be off a red. There you go, good call. Cyphers got it off of him, but he was still out of bounds. Whipped the ball, came back and hit him.
Yeah, he tried to throw it off Grayson's leg, but it ricocheted right back off his own, and he was out of bounds.
Good call by the official there.
Yep.
Argenbright will bring it down. Minute 20 left in the third quarter. Argenbright breaks the press. Over to Grayson. Grayson take a shot from the free throw line up and good. Nice job by Minneapolis to get the points on that transition right there. 39 to 34. Sipe brings it down for the Eagles. Ball goes on the outside. We'll go to Tuzak at the top. 3-point shot. Oh, wow. Sipe hits his third three-pointer of the third quarter. Ball goes in the corner. Grayson down low to Charlie Lynn. And oh, wow. Charlie Lynn gets hammered down low. Charlie wanted to go after the guy.
He gets drilled.
Charlie will go to the line to shoot 2 here. 39-37. Wow, what a performance by Sipe in the third quarter.
Well, you got to guard him, and after he hit the first one, we should have been out on him and elected to let him shoot. He's hit 3 now.
Reminds me a lot of Hoisington. Had a kid hit 3 3-pointers in the free throw. Charlie misses the first one. Misses them both. But Tuzak with the rebound.
He gets up right around that rim for that rebound, doesn't he?
Tyrell Owens with the foul. Number 13, Cade Filer, 6-foot senior, checks in for Levi Cyphers.
Just a 2-point ball game now.
Bloomfield on the outside, guarded by Argenbright.
Kind of reminds me of the game up at Clifton-Clyde last year.
McCulloch gets a steal, and there's a foul. So, nice job by McCulloch. Foul is called on number 21. And that is Braden Bloomfield, his third personal foul. Minneapolis, 17 seconds left. We'll get Crossan, Weedle, and Darrow back in. Give them some opportunities from the outside. So on the floor is Weedle, Darrow, McCulloch, Crossan, and George. Number 23, Deaver, checks in for Bloomfield, his third personal on Bloomfield. Grayson to pull the trigger. It's the top of the key, and another turnover. Wow.
Smart kid.
Another turnover by the Lions, and
Sipe really gutty little basketball player, has hit 3 threes, but you know that interception right there on the inbounds at, out almost half court, and then calls the timeout because we had him trapped. Good timeout, 15 seconds left in the quarter. Gives Clifton-Clyde a chance to set something up here and get the last shot.
Yeah, it does. Interesting. Minneapolis had an 8-point lead at the half, and it's been all Chris Sipe here in the third quarter. He's had a little bit of help from his teammates, but Sipe's had 10 points, 10 of their 14 points. Minneapolis only being able to put on the board 8.
Has Patuzak scored this quarter?
Patuzak, no. So
they really haven't been going to him.
So as the Eagles will inbound the ball. They'll get it into Sipe. Sipe guarded by Owens. 12 seconds left. Owens, swing pass, gets it on the outside. And the bucket, wow. That was huge. Drew Deaver drives in and gets the foul and the bucket with the chance to take the lead here in the third quarter. Can you believe this, guys?
Yeah, good quick move by Deaver. Had Minneapolis on his hip, and all we could do is foul, but we give him the basket and the and one.
McCulloch gets the rebound. 4 seconds left. Up to Logan Weedle. 2 seconds left. Three-point shot is, wow, almost gets another one of those. He had one the other night and nearly got another one. It rims out. Minneapolis tied at 39 as they give up an 8-point lead. Tied up here at the end of the third quarter. Anybody's ball game in the fourth quarter, Dale.
Unfortunately.
Minneapolis tied up at 39. We will take a break. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as E-Communication Channel 8.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, Salina, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars, new GMC trucks and SUVs. Serving their customers since 1957, Bennett Autoplex, Salina.
The Minneapolis Junior-Senior High School Linebackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior-Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Well, guys, the last two games have been decided, between these two teams have been decided by 4 and 2 points.
What was that, Dale? 4 and what?
And 2 points, and that 2 points was...
last 2 times we played them.
Yeah, was a victory for them here 2 years ago.
Yeah. Minneapolis will inbound the ball. Darrow, Weedle, Argenbright, Crossan, and McCulloch in for the Lions. All go to McCulloch. Casey dribbles in. He's double team. Gets back out to Darrow. Darrow on the outside. Picks up his dribble. Back to McCulloch. 3 seconds called on Crossan. And the Eagles will have the ball.
With a chance to take the lead.
Yep. Sipe with the ball at the floor general. Gets it back on the outside to Steyer. Steyer back in the corner. Gets it down low. Stolen by Crossan. Nice job by Crossan to drop back down on the weak side help. Argenbright about loses the ball. Gets it back to McCulloch. Minneapolis tries to set their offense. Back to Weedle. Weedle back to Darrow. Darrow back to Argenbright. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch back to Darrow. Darrow into Crossan. Crossan over to Argenbright. Crossan inside, swatted away by... Casey should have just taken that one.
I think so.
Swatted away by Patuzak after he gives it up to Crossan. Back to Sipe. Sipe swing pass over to Steyer. Steyer goes down low to Patuzak. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch. Patuzak gets the charge. Great job by Keegan McCulloch to step in there and take the charge.
I think it's a pretty good call. He did lower his shoulder and threw it right into him. It's good call.
Except for we're on the Clifton-Clyde side. They're yelling terrible call. Casey picks up his dribble, gets it back to McCulloch, back to Argenbright. Gets it across to Darrow. Darrow swing pass over to McCulloch, back to Grayson. Grayson back to McCulloch. Into Crossan, up and good. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch, once again with a great pass. Great finish by Dylan Crossan.
Patuzak got to him and dumped it down behind him.
Sipe back on the outside. Back to Steyer. Steyer guarded by Darrow. He picks up his dribble, gets it back to Deaver. Deaver back to Tuzak. Back on the outside. Three-point shot. Off the mark. Rebounded. Wow. Another foul. A charge. Yes, it is. Casey Argenbright. Casey this time steps in. And Casey gets leveled by the big guy. The fans over here are going furious. Casey Argenbright, great job to step in there.
That's another one just like the other one.
So the coach is arguing that he didn't give him room to come down with it, and officials say he didn't have to. Third foul on Tuzak. Argenbright will bring it down for the Lions. Minneapolis takes her time getting it down, gets it across. And he's in trouble. Oh, he's called a timeout. Good job. Oh, wow. We got bailed out right there by timeout.
Yeah, Clifton-Clyde was just waiting for us to get no man's land, and they pinch us down, double team. That was close.
Yeah, we get into that corner there, and they got us trapped, and we were in trouble. Good call by Coach Shute to call the timeout.
It was interesting, guys. I noticed after that foul, Tuzak has another coach in the stands that he looks to. His dad's sitting right over here.
I wondered. Yeah. And how does Dad react?
Well, I didn't hear anything negative, but he was telling me something, coaching.
Yeah. Well, when I walked up here, his dad said that we did a nice job of adjusting, and I said, is that your son? And he said, it is. He said he just doesn't have any meat on his bones.
Well, his dad doesn't have a whole lot either.
So.
Got to fight naturally, huh?
Can you imagine if he had an extra 30 pounds on him, guys?
Oh my.
Definite Division I.
20 or 30 pounds of muscle on the upper body.
Yep.
He's got pretty good legs under him, pretty good foot speed. His moves are pretty quick.
Grayson George on the outside. Go. Nearly lost the ball. McCulloch. And the crossing, swatted away by Tuzak, picked up by Argenbright. Wow.
It's a pinball machine.
Yeah, it is. Got lucky there, as Patuzak's gotten a couple different swats. McCulloch up, no good. Crossan with the rebound, and there's a foul. Nice job by Dylan Crossan. That's third on the big guy.
He lost his footing coming down and fell over on top of Crossan and drew that foul.
1-1.
Yep. So, Dylan should go to the line. Yep, he will go to the line for a one-on-one. The official's still talking to the coach, explaining this one.
That'll hurt him if he's got to sit for a few minutes.
Crossan's off the mark. George with the rebound, but
and then Crossan tries to get it and knocks it out of George's hands right to Clifton-Clyde.
I don't think they can let Tuzak sit, if you want my I think you almost got to let him play. McCulloch steps in front of it, gets the steal, back to Argenbright.
Clifton-Clyde's pretty impressive with that 2-2-1 zone trap. I think we're going to see it again.
Three seconds in the lane, called again on Dylan Crossan. That's at least 2 times tonight. As Charlie Lynn will check in for Crossan. We've had too many turnovers here in the second half, guys.
Bunch.
Sipe with the ball. Picks up his dribble. Gets it back on the outside to Deaver. Steyer. As he steps in. Nice job by Casey Argenbright to get the tie-up with Patuzak. And
Casey pretty quick to get a latch to hold of that.
Yep.
Nice play by Argenbright. Possession arrow still with Clifton-Clyde, Scott.
Oh, wow. Great job by McCulloch to come down the rebound. Patuzak got a good look at it, but he just put it in too hard. And so So official thought he called a timeout.
Coach
Shoop was calling a triangle just to
hand signals.
set the offense. And it's back to McCulloch, back to Logan. Logan back to Keegan. Keegan from the free throw line. Shooter's touch gets it to fall. Wow, rolls it in. Nice job by McCulloch. Gets it to fall. 43-39. Sipe with the ball, guarded by Argerbright. Gets it over on the outside into the hands of Bloomfield. Bloomfield's going to drive. And it's going to be a foul on McCulloch, I believe.
Yes, blocking foul.
Bloomfield will go to the line to shoot 2.
After that early quick foul, that's still just Keegan McCulloch's second foul.
Second foul. Bloomfield will go to the line to shoot 2 here, 43-39. 3:48 left to go in the ball game. 2 shots. First shot is up and off the back of the rim. They'll have another one coming though. Minneapolis is going to have to block out and not give up the rebound here if he misses. And he makes it. Makes it simple. 3-point lead for the Lions. Argenbright to bring it down. Gets it back to McCulloch. Back to Casey. Casey back to McCulloch. Over to Grayson. And Grayson's called with a walk. We haven't kept track of turnovers, have we? It's probably a good thing.
There's about 7 or 8 of them here in the fourth quarter alone.
Sipe with the ball. Back to Bloomfield. Bloomfield penetrates back to Sipe. Sipe on the outside. Yes! Nice job, Casey Argenbright. And Sipe's arguing with him. And there's a tease him up. Great job by Casey Argenbright as Casey did a nice job of acting. Sipe with his fifth. Yeah, you're right.
No, it's just his. That's just fourth. Just his fourth.
Okay. Oh.
I started to put his technical foul there, but his technical foul goes
does the technical count as a?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it does. So that should be.
Nope, that's his.
Wow.
And we can't hit a free throw. Got one.
So.
And the ball.
I could have swore it happened the other night where we got a foul and a technical.
Keegan got a foul on technical the other night, and he got 2 fouls on him.
Yeah, so why isn't that the case here?
It is. Look up here. You got 4 fouls.
He had. No, you'd already put him down. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought Mike only had 2 in the book, 3 in the book already. So sorry about that.
It's all right, Scott. We're with you.
Grayson George to inbounds. Gets it up to McCulloch. Back to Casey. Casey's trapped. And dribbles out of it. Picks up his dribble. Back to McCulloch. Back to Weedle. Shot off the glass. Can't get it to fall. And there's a foul on Logan right there. Lions cannot hit down low right now. They can't hit anywhere, actually. So, struggling from the field here in the fourth quarter. 44-40.
16th foul on Minneapolis. Next one puts Clifton-Clyde in the 1-1 too, and next one for Clifton-Clyde puts Minneapolis in the double bonus. 3 minutes left.
Ball in the hands of Steyer. Back to Sipe. Sipe back to Patuzak. Patuzak hands the ball off to Sipe. Bloomfield with the ball, back to Cyphers. Cyphers on the outside, back to Bloomfield. Oh, nice inlet pass to Patuzak. 2-point ball game, 44-42.
Nice set play there for the big guy. Man, he was wide open.
McCulloch back to Weedle. Back to Grayson George. 2:21 left to go. Grayson gets his man up in the air, can't hit it, but he gets his own rebound, puts it up. Can't get it to fall, and there's a travel right there. They're going to call Charlie Lynn with a foul instead.
He was over the back.
So that's going to put him in the other direction as Cyphers will go to the line. Third foul on Charlie Lynn. Cyphers will go to the line for a 1-on-1.
Well, we can ill afford turnovers and putting them at the free throw line. We've done both.
And he makes the first one. Cyphers, a senior, makes the first one. I'm sorry, a junior. I have another one coming. And misses it. Rebounded by McCulloch in the hands of Charlie Lynn. Wow.
Wow is right. We're lucky to come away with that one.
1 point lead for the Lions. Grayson George with the ball. Into McCulloch. McCulloch gets his man. And he'll go to the line. Cyphers will get called with the foul. His third foul. No. Yeah, third personal foul. Two shots, so 10th team foul, so we'll be in the double bonus here on out. This is the 2-shot foul regardless.
We are going to have to start hitting free throws or we will get beat here tonight.
We will. We have not done very well from the line tonight. He makes the second one. Nice job. Nice adjustment by McCulloch to make 1 of 2. 2-point lead for the Lions. 2 minutes left here in the ball game. Ball goes on the outside to Bloomfield. Bloomfield goes down low. And Charlie Lynn's going to get called with a foul. And Patuzak's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
We are whistled with more fouls just boxing out after the shot than any team I have ever seen. Consistently every game.
First shot is off the mark.
Be a good question for Coach. I know he wants to box out, but we must be hooking or wrapping our arms around or something.
He makes the second one. Still a 1-point ball game here. Minute 40 left to go. 45-41. Ball goes into Charlie Lynn. Coach Shute calls a timeout. So we will go ahead and take one with him. Minute 35 left to go in the ball game. 45-44. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. We'll be back. Welcome back to Minneapolis. Lions have the lead, 45-44, and the ball. Grayson George inbounds the ball for the Lions underneath, or by their bench. Grayson will pull the trigger. Gets it into Argenbright. Argenbright gets it back to Darrow. Minneapolis is going to try to run a little clock here. Back to Darrow. Darrow on the outside. Back to Grayson. Lions going to have to make crisp passes, and when they are given a chance to shoot, they're going to have to make them, Mike. Argenbright on the outside.
Shute wants us to win it at the free throw line, and I wouldn't want to go there because we haven't shot well from there tonight.
Yep, minute 9 left. Argenbright, McCulloch on the outside. Back to Grayson George, and Grayson will get fouled. I think he'll go to the line to shoot 2 here. Grayson fouled by number 20. Wow. No. Excuse me. Not sure who that is.
22.
Grayson makes the first one. Fouled by number 22, Steyer. Second shot coming by Grayson. And he makes them both. Nice job. Dylan Crossan, as he makes them both. Dylan Crossan will check in for John Michael Darrow. 3-point lead for the Lions. Minute 3 left to go in this ball game. Bloomfield with the ball on the outside. Gotta watch Sipe. Can't even give him an open 3. Sipe picks up his dribble. Oh, he does! Wow! And he's out.
He did it too.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Now he can finish putting the X in that box. He did throw the arm out and push off. Pretty evident from here, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So, Sipes out. And checking in will be number 23, Deaver. Minneapolis will inbounds. Minute, 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. Argenbright will bring it down.
Casey is really good at, he exaggerates just a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
Enough.
Darrow back to Grayson. Grayson back to McCulloch. McCulloch on the outside, back to Argenbright. Argenbright back to Grayson, 33 seconds left. Grayson brings it back out to Argenbright. Casey brings it back around to Darrow, 25 seconds left. There's finally a foul as they will send Darrow to the line to shoot 2.
Pretty good foul right there.
Yeah.
Still left themselves enough time and puts a sophomore at the free throw line.
And he makes it. Nice job, John Michael, as he gets the first one to fall. Have another one coming here. 23.8 seconds left. Second shot is up, and he makes them both. Nice job by John Michael. 5-point lead for the Lions as he will check out, as Crossan will check back in for the defensive side. Great job by the sophomore.
2 big free throws right there by John Michael. Will probably decide the game right there.
Yep. And what's interesting there is they call timeout, but they were walking the ball down the floor and just kind of not sure what to do there.
2-possession ball game, walking the ball up the floor with 20 seconds left.
Seconds left.
Yeah, kind of unusual.
Yeah. 19.4, let's go ahead and keep it here. But Minneapolis with the lead, 5-point lead, 19.4 seconds left. You know they're going to try to set up a play. I would think they'd go down low to Kuzak just to try to draw a foul and end one. What's your thoughts?
Well, they're going to have to score real quick. I think that's the fastest way they can get a bucket is to get it inside and then foul. They've got to foul right away.
Yeah, they do. So Minneapolis has the lead, 19.4 seconds left as the Eagles will have the ball here inbounds by their own bench. Sipe is fouled out. So their one of their 3-point shooters is on the bench, and so on the floor. Well, we're still waiting to see here for Minneapolis, but on the floor is Bloomfield, Steyer, Patuzak, Cyphers, as well as Bloomfield. I said that. I don't know which one that is. I think Deaver. They get the ball into Steyer. Steyer rolls around. I'm not sure what the heck they're doing. So Minneapolis not really giving them a 3-point lead. Patuzak takes a 3. Nice rebound. No shot. Levi Cyphers will be fouled, and he'll go to the line with 4.6 seconds left. I'm not sure what the...
McCulloch with the push from behind. They did run a lot of clock, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. 15 seconds they ran off that clock. And he misses the first one. Rebound by Grayson. And gets it into Argenbright back to Weedle. And that's a ball game. Nice job by Minneapolis as they come away with the victory. The fans here on the Clifton-Clyde side are going to say they got robbed. But Minneapolis does a nice job of fighting hard, and they come away with the victory tonight as they come away with the 49-44 victory. But there's a lot of things the Lions are going to have to work on, Mike.
Well, Clifton-Clyde, it's your typical Clifton-Clyde game. As I mentioned earlier in the girls, it's just a slow-down thing, and they play the good defense. They extend the defense out on the floor, and they've got a 6'9" guy in the paint waiting for you to come driving in there, and he swatted away quite a few. So they really got a pretty good deal working for them. If they had a couple more outside shooters, I really think they could be a team that, to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I think you're right. But what's interesting, they're gonna lose everybody next year. Clifton-Clyde will. Cade Filer played. Levi Cyphers will be back. Patuzak's gone. Deaver's gone. Steyer's gone. Bloomfield's gone. Sipe's gone. So they basically have Jason Barnes, which played limited, and then Levi Cyphers. That's who they have coming back next year. Wow. Minneapolis comes away with the victory tonight by a score of 49-44. Dale, let's go ahead and take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. Then we'll be back with some stats and maybe an interview with Coach Shoup. Back to Minneapolis as the Lions come away with a 49-44 victory. Just wanted to, before Shoup gets up here, let's run through some stats, and we'll get, Dale, Coach Shoup is up here with us, so if you got a second, we'll get Coach Shoup up here.
Do your stats, and we'll get over here.
Mike, I'll let you run through some stats first.
Scoring for Clifton-Clyde, Sipe with a big third quarter for the Eagles, 10 points. Bloomfield had 5, Steyer had 5, Deaver had 2. The big guy inside, we did a good job adjusting with him in the second half. He only had 3 points in the second half. Finished the night, Patuzak with 17 points. Bergstrom didn't play, and I think he was hurt. He's a pretty good sized body, 6'3". He never did even get his warm-ups up. Cyphers, pretty good sized body inside, had 5. For Minneapolis, Argenbright didn't score, but played well. John Darrow Jr. off the bench had 4. Yoxel with some good minutes early in the first half had 3. Grayson George led Minneapolis in scoring with 17. Weedle had 7. Crossan had 6. Let me back up to John Darrow's 2 free throws, 2 of the biggest ones he's hit so far this year, but those were tight down at the end with 20 seconds left in the ball game, and I thought those might be the difference, but Clifton-Clyde, as you'd mentioned, kind of walked the ball up the court and weren't too big of a toot, so it really didn't matter. Crossan was 6, McCulloch with 9, and Charlie Lynn with some good minutes tonight with 4.
Yep. Congratulations, Coach, on a great victory. You know, we were just real quick on that. Mike and I both looked at each other like the play call that they had coming out of there. You guys did a great job of defending them with that 19 seconds left. They spent 15 seconds trying to get a shot off. Yeah. Granted, we had great defense on them, but wow, not a very good execution coming off that. Congrats on the victory. There's, I'm sure, a lot of things that we saw that you probably are thinking, oh my gosh, and one of those is I hate to start on a negative, but turnovers.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean, there's just no other word. It's absolutely ridiculous. We only had 13, but in a game like this, that's that slow of a pace game that shouldn't have happened. And, you know, look, I'm not going to sit here and blame the kids. They're the ones with the turnovers, but I'm the one that's got to do something to get them to listen so they'll not have the turnovers. Because right now, it's just bottom line, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah. And it's pretty frustrating right now because it's seniors and juniors, kids that should know better. And like I told the kids, what it comes down to is composure. I mean, just absolutely zero composure on some of the shots we take. And you know, I don't know. I hate benching kids, but we're going to bench kids because they're going to figure it out before too long. Because when we run our stuff, we're really effective offensively. I mean, but we just refuse to do it sometimes.
And we ran it in the second quarter very well. Yeah. The second quarter we ran it very well, but we felt like coming out in the third quarter, the turnovers, the turnover bug was just brutal. Granted, Patuzak's got some long arms, and he got in some passing lanes that normally we get the passes through. Yeah. Give a little credit to him, but yeah, turnover bug. On a positive side, Patuzak had 10 in the first half?
Yeah, 14 in the first, I think. 10 in the first quarter.
Yeah, 14 in the first half. Okay. Yeah. Did a great job of shutting him down in the second half. That's hats off to Charlie Lynn, Dylan Crossan, mainly Charlie Dillon. Keegan didn't have much, but I felt like you guys did a great job on the zone defense of presence of mind, of seeing the drop down, cutting down, getting 2 bodies on them when he came down.
Yeah, you know, I felt like defensively, Charlie was huge because he came in and set the tone on him defensively because he came in and was physical. And it's not like our scouting report said don't be physical with the kid. You know, one of the things we talked about all day yesterday, and generally we're a pretty physical team inside. Boy, we were soft to start the game. I mean, it is unbelievable. And then Charlie came in and kind of set the tone, and then after that everybody else kind of followed Charlie's lead, and we got physical with the kid inside and didn't let him get around the basket. And you know, he didn't score. Yeah. But and then offensively, every time against their zone, when we got into our offense and just ran our stuff, we got great looks, great scores. We're good passers, but You know, we just want. I think we could lose games and be happy right now if we just ran around and jacked up threes. I mean, it's just silly what we do sometimes with that basketball.
I was going to ask you, Coach, and it's just me, that sometimes I think that, you know, we should go a little bit further into the possession instead of, you know, we jack it up a little early. And to their credit, they're open, but it seems like we do get a little bit better look into the possession.
Yeah, there's certain kind of threes we want to take, and when we take those ones early in the possession, they're not the ones we want because of how we're getting them. And you know, some of those we're good enough shooters, our kids think they can get away with.
And sometimes you don't have a rebounder at all, you know, and you just kind of. But I had one other question, and don't punch me. It seems like I noticed it with some of our kids that we are whistled with a lot of box out fouls. You know what I mean? Is that because are they putting both hands on them and holding them?
I think what it is right now is we don't get in very good position. I wouldn't say it's that, because if you watch, that happens on both ends all over the place. I think a lot of it is we don't get into very good rebounding position right now because defensively we're not moving as well as we could be. But I think that kind of thing comes back to the mental side that you're seeing on the offensive end too. We're just not dialed in right now. That's what we've talked about. We've had several games where we'll start to get a lead, a double-digit lead, and it looks like we've got the thing in hand, and we just quit playing. We just start doing what we want to do instead of doing what we're supposed to do, and it gets away from us a little bit, and then we got to fight it out. So
I think we box out fairly decent. We've got good position, and then sometimes we either ride them out or we get both hands on them or something. Ref sees something that I'm not. And anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
On a positive note here, the charges. Great job. Casey Argenbright took at least, I think, 3 charges tonight.
Yeah.
Great. I think he probably should be in forensic or probably in acting. Does a great job of hitting the floor. Does a great job of getting in the right position, and then finishes it very well. Keegan McCulloch did the same thing. Great job, especially getting down low and finding that and putting a body. What you were talking about earlier about being physical.
Yeah. Well, Casey. You know, I know they're probably upset with some of those charges Casey took on the other side of it, but I'll tell you what, you know, there's times where we're not there and we get the benefit of the call, but I thought tonight Casey just did a great job of using his feet and frustrating the kid. I didn't think Casey was fouling him once, and I think the kid just got upset and kind of lost his composure. So Casey stepped up, and you know, I think part of that is that kid kind of got going in the third quarter, and it was Casey's man, and Casey sat for a while, and so he understood. You know, he's got to play the D if he wants to stay in there, and he did. He buckled down and really did a nice job that entire fourth quarter.
No points by Sipe in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And he shut him down in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
And did a great job, because coming down to the very end, that could have been, that would have been somebody I'm sure they would have gone to.
Oh, absolutely.
And Casey did a great job, I felt, on the defensive side. We turn around back at home Friday night against Russell again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I'm sure Russell last game didn't feel like they put out their best effort. They'll come here to play. And we better be ready, and if we get an opportunity to go up on them this time, we better put them away, because it won't be as easy this time around. So, you know, you can't live on the edge forever. You know, we're going to get burnt one of these days unless we start fixing some of these things, and the sooner the better. The sooner the better.
It's a good-looking ball club out there at times. The guys play real well together and anticipate with each other. Excellent passing. Even with a guy 6'9" in the paint down there, we're still making some nice passes to Dylan down low, and I'm really impressed with some of those easy shots that are going in down low. Those are big shots.
Those are big shots, absolutely.
Congratulations. It's a good win.
Thank you. It's a win. Yeah, well, I knew it was going to be a tough one.
Yeah. Coach, thanks for coming up and talking with us. Congratulations on the victory. We'll be back Friday night here at home as we take on the Russell Broncos. And this is what's pretty cool is Coach is waiting for all 4 of his girls to get a hug. So pretty cool to see. And
we like those girls.
Love to see that, and I know how special I like the hugs. I want to say another thank you to Mrs. Weedle for the great cookies. Wow. May have a fight on who gets to take them home, but great victory tonight by the Lions. And
Dale and I are watching our weight, so I think you might get to give some to your kids.
I'll give some to my kids. I should be watching my weight as well. So, well, for Dale Leach,
Mike Perry, and
Scott Osherman here. Good night from Minneapolis. The Lions come away with the victory, both girls and the boys.
Good night, everybody.